Before arriving here in the UK, I remember telling my parents and my pastor then that I would buy them each a car not long after I land in the UK. My brother, they don't know. They don't know what's going on at all. Okay, but that was on a lighter note though. But seriously, I just want to believe that I wasn't the only person who had very high expectations of the UK, of coming abroad generally. If you see the goals I had in my mind for the first 1 year, you will laugh at me. I remember then calculating my 1 year band 5 salary before I ever even got a job here. I came as a nurse. I was like, man, if I make £24,000 a year, that's like at least £2,000 monthly. There is no how that I wouldn't be saving £1,000 every month. How naive I was. I sincerely thought that I had the perfect plan, but I was actually sincerely wrong. You know what I forgot to put into consideration? Taxes. Taxes. I did not consider carefully that the only thing the UK government spares you from being taxed on is the air that you breathe in and out. Everything else, you may have to pay some form of tax or government levy as an employee. And let's not forget the national insurance contributions. I remember then collecting my first pay slip. Usually, depending on when you entered the UK, you may not be asked to pay any taxes until you have earned at least £12,000. But you see the reality check after that period. I looked at all the deductions and I almost cried. I was like, where did all my money go? I had forgotten that a chunk of my salary would be taken out for these contributions. So for the UK, you pay at least 20% of your salary as income tax if you are earning above £12,500 every year. Then at least another 8% as national insurance for every monthly earning above £242. It was such a harsh reality check. If you want to understand a little bit better on how your payslip deductions work, I will link a video up here where I explain this in detail. Another thing I did not fully anticipate was the cost of living. I got a job in the southeast of England, which is not exactly known for being cheap. Now here's where I would pause quickly and give you a quick suggestion. If you have no particular reason to stay in London or anywhere in the south of England, please and please go to the north, or at least go to the Midlands, or just go to Northern Ireland or Scotland. The cost of living in the south is a lot more than living in the north. Of course, there are pros and cons to living in different places in the UK, but if it's for the cost of living, please avoid the south. The cost of living wants to finish the living, especially people who have large family size in the UK. Now back to my story. So I thought, okay, if I get a cheap apartment, I'll all be set. Thank God my apartment was bills inclusive. But man, if you take out rent, transportation costs, groceries, all of these things add up very quickly. I thought I could live frugally, but the reality of just maintaining a basic standard of living in the UK was far more expensive than I ever imagined. Even something as simple as going out with friends for a meal or a movie, it just felt like a luxury I couldn't be spending my money on every time. Don't also forget that we left home to feed home, so some of my money had to, go back home for family needs. Everything just adds up faster than you expect. I found out quickly that living frugally in the UK is quite different from back home. And don't even get me started on unexpected expenses. That's a story for another day. It's funny now looking back at how naive I was, but I also realized it was a valuable lesson in financial literacy and reality. I've learned to budget better now. I have also learned to understand the tax system and also to appreciate the importance of saving even in small amounts. I may not have cars from my parents or my pastor yet, but I'm on a more sustainable path now. To anyone planning to move abroad with high financial expectations, I will say this: be prepared for a reality check. It's not impossible to achieve your goals, but it takes time, patience, and a lot of financial planning. Adjusting your expectations doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It simply means setting realistic steps to achieve them. Alright, thanks for watching. You may also want to watch this video where I shared my worst mistakes in the last 4 years in the UK and all the lessons I learned from my own failure. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.